Welcome to our lesson on future tenses in English. Today, we'll be discussing 3 verb forms that can be used to talk about the future. Let's start with the future with will. We use will to talk about future events that we decide to do at the moment of speaking. For example, I will help you with your homework later. An important note, in formal written usage, the future tense should always be used with will. The affirmative form of will is subject plus, will, plus base form of the verb. For example, I will go to the cinema tomorrow. To form an interrogative sentence, we switch the subject and will. For example, will you come to the party tonight? To form a negative sentence, we add not after will. For example, I will not be able to attend the meeting tomorrow. The short affirmative form of will is subject plus apostrophe ll plus base form of the verb. For example, I'll see you later. The short negative form of will is subject plus won't plus base form of the verb. For example, I won't be late for the meeting. Moving on to the future with going to. We use going to talk about future events that we have already planned or made a decision about. For example, I am going to buy a new car next month. The affirmative form of going to is subject plus am, is, are, plus, going to, plus, base form of the verb. For example, I am going to visit my parents this weekend. To form an interrogative sentence, we switch the subject and am, is, are. For example, are you going to cook tonight? To form a negative sentence, we add not after am, is, are. For example, I'm not going to sleep at home tonight. The short affirmative form of going to is subject plus, apostrophe m, apostrophe s, apostrophe re, plus going to, plus base form of the verb. For example, she's going to meet her friends later. The short negative form of going to is subject plus, apostrophe am not, isn't, aren't, plus going to, plus base form of the verb. For example, they aren't going to work this morning. An important point, in non-formal spoken language, the term going to is often replaced by gonna. For example, we're gonna take a walk after class. Lastly, the future with present continuous. We use the present continuous to talk about future events that are already planned or arranged. For example, I'm meeting my boss at 2 p.m. tomorrow. The affirmative form of present continuous is subject plus am, is, are, plus verb plus ing. For example, I am flying to Paris tomorrow. To form an interrogative sentence, we switch the subject and am is are. For example, are you coming to the party tonight? To form a negative sentence, we add not after am, is, are. For example, I am not attending the conference next week. The short affirmative form of present continuous is subject plus am, re, s, plus verb plus ing. For example, I'm watching a movie tonight. The short negative form of present continuous is subject plus apostrophe am not, isn't, aren't, plus verb plus ing. For example, he isn't attending the meeting tomorrow. Affirmative form. She will watch this movie. She'll watch this movie. Negative form. She will not watch this movie. She won't watch this movie. Interrogative form. Will she watch this movie? Affirmative form. She is going to watch this movie. She's going to watch this movie. She's gonna watch this movie. Negative form. She is not going to watch this movie. She isn't going to watch this movie. She isn't gonna watch this movie. Interrogative form. Is she going to watch this movie? Is she gonna watch this movie? Affirmative form. She is watching this movie. She's watching this movie. Negative form. She is not watching this movie. She isn't watching this movie. Interrogative form. Is she watching this movie? So, that's a brief overview of the 3 verb forms used to talk about the future tense in English. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.